It's not the moment. But we keep order outwardly, apparently. But there is disorder, astonishing disorder in the world. Perhaps that disorder is brought about by each one's psychological disorder. Disorder means contradiction in oneself, thinking one thing, doing another, saying one thing and do the opposite of what you have said, or being uncertain, not clear, contradictory, and so on. All that indicates disorder. And also, where there is contradiction, there must be effort. Where there is division, there must be conflict, and so on. All that is a state of disorder in which we live. That's an obvious fact. And to bring about order psychologically, what is one to do? I hope you are challenging yourself and not accepting my challenge. Knowing consciously, aware that one is in disorder psychologically, what is one to do? How is one to bring about order? Because without order, psychologically as well as outwardly, one must live in chaos. And the world more and more is becoming chaotic, destructive, violent, which shows a great deal of disorder in the world. And perhaps that disorder is projected by each one of us, because we live in disorder. So, we are asking, how is one to have complete, total order in oneself? Is that possible? Where there is order, there is tremendous energy. Where there is disorder, there is the dissipation of energy, wastage of energy. So we're going to inquiring together. I'm not inquiring into myself, but we are together inquiring, exploring into this question, what is order, and can there be order without understanding disorder? So we're inquiring together to find out this actual state, the fact that we live in disorder. Is that a fact, not a verbal description of the disorder. The word is not the thing. The description of the disorder is not actual disorder. The description of a mountain, however beautifully painted, the beauty of the valley, the light, the snow, these lines against the sky, the whole sense of dignity, beauty of that mountain can be described most beautifully. But the description is not the actual fact. For most of us, description is sufficient. And so we are caught in the description, not with the actual fact. So when we are asking, what is disorder? Is that an idea of what you think should be order, and in comparison with what you think should be order, there is disorder, which again is total disorder? I hope you are following all this. So we are going to find out what is disorder, and having an insight, a perception of the whole structure of disorder, then out of that comes order. That order is not according to a pattern, according to a blueprint, according to some sage or some philosopher or some religious quack. And most religious priests and hierarchy and all the rest of it are super cracks. Even the new Pope, I hope. So, are we aware first that we live in disorder? Not the definition of that word, but the actual fact of contradiction, of division. Me and mine and you and yours, we and they, and all that division that goes on within ourselves, the constant conflict. All that indicates disorder. And how do you observe that disorder? Say, for example, as we took yesterday, attachment of in any form is a factor of disorder, and also a factor, as we pointed out yesterday, as we discovered yesterday, part of fear. So, attachment to a person, to an idea, to a conclusion, to a past memory, to a piece of furniture, and so on, does breed disorder. Do we see that fact? And the freedom from attachment without becoming isolated, callous, indifferent, does that bring about certain order? Because what we are talking about is that when we have put everything in order, then there is great deal of energy, tremendous energy. And you need that energy, one needs that energy to go most profoundly into oneself. So we are asking, discovering for ourselves, first the disorder we live, and the nature of that disorder, which is part of attachment, fear, and pleasure, and so on. And without directing it in a particular direction, hoping that will bring order, but just to be aware of this disorder, without any movement away from it. Are we meeting each other? Does the speaker making the thing clear? That is, may I go into it? All right. Suppose I live in disorder, inwardly. I may have marvelous order outwardly, but inwardly, perhaps I'm in great disorder. And I ask myself, what am I to do? Is that disorder different from me? Or I am that disorder? You understand this question? This is really important to understand.